Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Orbital Potato, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. Today we're having a little look at Cataclismo, which I think the best way of describing it is that it is a base builder, sort of with a castle-y, sort of a horror twist. Anyway, let's jump into skirmish mode. I think it's probably the best way to demonstrate exactly what this game has to offer. And boy, oh boy, it's very, very interesting. Whilst we're in the loading screen and we're loading up, why not consider subscribing? I'm so darn close to that 100,000 milestone. Be part of the journey. Hopefully going to reach that by the end of the year. Now, as ever, ladies and gents, I'm going to do my very best to explain what the heck is happening. And hopefully we're going to have a significant amount of fun along the way. Okay, so this is skirmish mode, and as I say, this is the best way that I think I have to possibly explain what is going on. So this is the citadel. If this thing falls right here, it is game over. We absolutely do not want that. This is the settlement's heart. Its destruction will mean the loss of this settlement. That is fine. Now, we have an area of control. As you can see, this sort of white area around here, this is where we're going to be building our infrastructure. This is where we're going to be building up our castle. We have got our resources up in the top left-hand corner. Oxygen, very, very important. I think oxygen is something to do with the mists here. There's bad guys in the mists, so we need to have oxygen and we need to filter the air. We'll get to that, don't worry. We've got wood, we've got stone, and we've got minerals. All of that we can store up to a maximum amount. We have got 2 military units, we've got 8 citizens, and we've got 0 mist fuel, whatever the heck that is. We also start with 3 units. We are going to be utilizing these units in order to move them around, defend the walls that we're going to build, that sort of thing. We also have a big old build menu down the left-hand side here, which we are going to get to. Now, the way that the game works is that it works in, I would say, cycles. So currently we are just at the very start of the daytime cycle. In the daytime cycle, it's pretty good to try and explore, and that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to unpause, and in fact, let's direct our military units to go and explore, and then as it draws closer to evening time, we will try and adjust our strategy, and we will start building some defenses. Now, this is the sort of type of enemy that we are expected to encounter. These are vermin. I think, yeah, it's all just one type. There's a feeble vermin and regular vermin. Wow, that's a very polite way of describing them. They don't have much health. They are they're pretty easy to kill, and we are going to kill them. So we will just literally right-click on them, and we will get our units to just throw all of their weapons at the enemy. We've got a lobber, which is fine, and we've also got a bowman, which is also fine, and we've got Iris, or Iris, I think is how it's pronounced. Anyway, this is kind of like a hero character. Doesn't particularly matter for our intents and purposes at the moment. Just something to note as we're going forward. There's a lot of stone and a lot of minerals around here. This is definitely something that we're going to be able to exploit. Now, what we also want to do is pick up these little care packages that are sort of left around. Stone salvage, very, very cool. That's going to increase our stone supply. And oxygen, that's going to increase our oxygen supply too. So let's grab that. Brilliant. And grab this too. Fantastic. And I think there should be more. Yeah, there's definitely more over here. Let's go and destroy these guys. There's also, what the heck is that? That is a brood nest. Okay, so that is clearly where some enemies are going to be spawned. This archer absolutely slaps, by the way. Let's get you up to a little bit of high ground here. And let's just see if we can try and kill all of the enemies that are coming out of the brood nest, which hopefully will not mean that we actually sustain any damage. There we go. It's looking pretty darn good. And then I tell you what, let's micro the hero around a little bit. There we go. And see if we can move everybody in now. Beautiful. Come on. Taking a little bit of damage from this chump right here, but that's fine. We get the kill on that thing. Great. We can move up here and grab the additional salvage that is just waiting around. In fact, let's head down here and grab this too. We might as well. That looks like another brood nest. Don't particularly want to go and mess around with that. But at least for now, we've got a pretty decent amount of resources that we can use to start building up our infrastructure. And I'll just go. Whoa, no, 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 no! This way, buddy. This way.
We are needed.
There we go.
Makes sense.
We are needed.
Fantastic. Okay, I think that's probably a pretty decent place to stop exploring. We'll come back to exploring, don't worry. But for now, let's see if we can try and build some stuff. So, the way that building works, we've got a whole bunch of different options of things to build. And as you can see, as I scroll down, there's sort of different tabs. Primarily, and most interestingly, we are going to be building walls. Castle walls will allow us to defend from the horrors of the night. We'll get to that, though, a little bit later on in the day. What we want to do is we actually want to scroll right down to the very bottom here, to the last two tabs. This is the resource gathering tab, and what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to put this extra citizenry that we've got here. We've got 8 citizens at the moment. We want to put them to work. What we're going to do is we're going to build a sawmill. Pretty decent place over here, I think. There we go. We always need to make sure that the door has clear sight of the or clear access to the citadel. Very, very important. We're also going to see if we can try and nab ourselves a quarry. I'm thinking a quarry somewhere up here. This is pretty decent, honestly. Yeah, everything is plentiful. Resources are plentiful. That is looking good. Anything else that we want to get? A warehouse. We can absolutely get a warehouse, but we're going to need a significant amount of additional wood, and we're also going to need 14 people. Now, the way that people work is we quite simply need to build shacks. Shacks cost 30 wood. They take 35 seconds to build. Importantly, they utilize oxygen, so we need to be super careful about how many we can actually afford to build. We can afford to build 2 at the moment. That's fine, we'll do that. As soon as we get this sawmill finished up and running, or finished and up and running, I should say, we will start to generate a whole bunch of wood, and that's going to be carried back to the citadel, which is great. Okay, stone we're looking good for. Very, very happy with that. Oxygen is still positive. That's probably not going to be positive once we see this little area finished completing. But that's fine. Let's move our units around a little bit. See if we can try and. I called it. Let's see if we can try and move our units around a little bit. Maybe nab some additional. That's wood there. Fantastic. Little wood pile. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Do not love this.
That's right.
Okay, retreat a little bit.
For Ogar.
Retreat a little bit more.
We will prevail.
Nice. Great shot. Great shot. And just take the enemy out. No big deal. Perfect.
Masks on.
Okay. Let's move back out into the unknown. And what is that? That looks like a little pile of something useful. Also, looks like there's a... Oh. Didn't see the enemies there. That's fine. Oh, that's good. That's really good. I'll nab it all.
Masks on.
So when salvage is obtained, I don't believe that there is a maximum. It's just our production is capped to store up to the 400 maximum. So when we grab the extra salvage, it's not like we're wasting it. At least I think that's the case. But so far, so good. Low oxygen production is a problem, but don't worry, we can deal with that. Some more enemies down here. Do I particularly want to take them out? No. There are some additional mechanics as well with regards to sort of high ground. Basically, it's good to be on high ground, but different sort of units have different requirements for being on different height ground. A rule of thumb is as long as you are on high ground, you'll be fine. Okay, gonna let that all get finished off. That is looking great. Okay. This is feeling pretty darn good. There's a lot more of this world to explore. Okay. I mean, this definitely looks like this is a sort of outcrop that we can capture up to. There's some more salvage there. That's honestly fine. Let's not investigate this too much. This is the ruins of something, and I want to explore more, but I feel like we're sort of creeping up on the evening time, and we need to be super careful about what to expect. Now, there's another building that I want to get before night properly arrives. We've got a few shacks. I'd love to get a barracks. Now, a barracks is going to use quite a lot of resources, but to build it is going to give us a huge advantage against the enemy because it's going to allow us to train more military units, as you would kind of anticipate. Okay, let's wait whilst this all happens here, and then we will see what this brings. Okay, wood's looking good, stone's looking very, very good, minerals looking absolutely fine. Production of wood is feeling very, very good. I'm honestly pretty darn happy with everything at the moment. Okay, so that did exactly what I would anticipate it would do. Oxygen is now low and or decreasing, which is not something that we particularly want to see. We'll fix that. We'll fix that in a sec, but I think we want to. I think we want to wait until this. I think we want to wait until this little red marker arrives, and that is going to signify that night is going to come. And when night comes, stuff's going to happen. I should probably, yeah, I should probably think about building an air filter. An air filter is really, really handy because it allows us to get oxygen. Oxygen, super, super useful. In fact, necessary component for life. The problem with it is that we have to build it up quite high. Now, there's a whole bunch of buildings that we can actually use to get elevation. We'll talk about that when we actually construct the walls. But what we can also do, rather cheekily, is we can build it, we can build the air filter right up on top of this bad boy, right up on top of the barracks, which is exactly what I think we're going to do. There we go. Nice. Okay, so we'll wait for that to get built. Happy days. The night is nearly here. Indeed. Okay, so we know that there's going to be one wave. That's fine. What happens when this red section of the day arrives? It actually allows us to see where the enemies are going to come from, and it allows us to see what enemies we are to expect. So what I can do is I can actually nip into map mode, and we can see the routes that the enemies are going to take. Very, 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 very cool. And very, 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 very useful. I should also point out, by the way, that there's a little marker over here. This is prosperity level. This is basically how many buildings we can have access to. As the game progresses, we're able to upgrade the prosperity level in order to get access to more brand new buildings. But either way, that's kind of by the by, because we're going to finally have a little look at how walls work in this game. So walls are perhaps the most useful bit of kit that we can use to defend our realm. And basically, we place them like you would anticipate. You place walls. I mean, we'll place down three squares over there, or three rectangles. What I would also like to do is probably get myself a double door, sort of straight in the middle of this wall right here. That's looking and feeling quite good. And we'll place some pieces of stone to either side. And so far, this is looking pretty decent. Okay? The thing about walls is that the higher and the bigger that you build them, the tougher they get. So actually, you can see the distinct change in the color of the stone. And that is exactly what has happened here as the stone has changed color. In fact, let's see if we can try and maybe get... There we go. Look at that. Some big stone pieces right up at the top here. I think I want to keep on building, you know? So we can get up to a maximum of like level 3 toughness. In fact, there we go. That is going to be a very, very, very tough wall. And if I have a little look at the map mode here, they're still going to come straight through here. However, we need to make sure that we're sealing off all of the sort of potential avenues for them to get in. There we go. Okay, so that is a pretty tough looking. That is a pretty tough looking wall. I'm feeling pretty darn happy with that. All of the bricks in this wall are maximum level toughness, which is exactly what we like to see. However, now we have another issue. We need to get our archers and indeed our military units that I probably should have been training, actually. Let's train.
We lack citizens for that.
That's fine. We'll train just one. But maybe I should build another few shacks. Cool. That's going to give us 4 citizens. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, we also need to connect up an access point for this air filter. That's fine. Don't worry about it. The other thing that we need to bear in mind, I need to get my archers up here. So we need some way of getting ourselves right up to the top. We need a staircase of some sort. Now, there's a couple of different ways that we can do staircases, but we basically need to ensure that we always have support. That is very, very important. And yeah, I mean, what do we want to do? What do we want to do with regards to staircases? We can also build battlements or stone ramparts right up at the top here. Is that what we want? They are pretty useful, I suppose. There's also, what is it? Yeah, a Marilon. This is bits of kit that actually allow us to boost the range of the walls. What I think we want to probably do is we want to have a little bit of infrastructure. Yeah, we want to have a little bit of infrastructure behind the wall. I mean, do we just want to like double up the wall? Is that what we want to do? I kind of dig that idea as a concept. Let's see if we can do it. I mean, a double tough wall. The problem is, I'm not actually sure that I'm going to be able to afford it. We'll double it up, at least for now. And then at the front here, we'll get some of these Merlons. This will provide a useful ranged boost. Look at this. This actually almost feels professional. Okay, so yeah, we can see this is looking like a proper wall now. It's not. We can fill in those gaps. I don't know why I've even left those gaps. It's not necessarily 100% foolproof, but it's something. Now, how do we want to get people up to these walls? There's a couple of different ways that we can probably go about doing things. I'm thinking that because of the sheer height, we should probably start off from this area over here. I mean, we can easily connect this up, and in fact, we got a few bits of kit that will allow us to do that quite easily, you know. That's maybe not the worst idea that I've had in my entire life. That's pretty good, you know? That is pretty darn good. Okay, so that's gonna, with the addition of a few stairs, that's gonna allow us to get access to the top of the wall pretty easily, to be honest. I think I want to recycle you for the simple reason that I would quite like to have... Yeah, I'd quite like to have this, or indeed maybe that. Yeah, that's pretty decent. It doesn't necessarily need to be equal on both sides. It just needs to be decent enough, right? It just needs to be decent enough, and it just needs to be decent enough to allow all of my archers to stand up at the back here, and that's what we're gonna do. Okay, where's my troops? Let's get them up here.
That's right.
Amazing. Right, so the interesting thing about some of these boosts is that we'll be able to get different things from different bits of kit. So this Merlon, for example, boosts the range. It upgrades the toughness as well. This also boosts the range. The banner boosts damage, which is very, very handy. It boosts damage at either side. The problem is we can't place it because I think it's going to block...
We will prevail.
It's not going to block passage, so that's quite nice. But it will obviously block... let's recycle you. It will block the slot. So that is definitely worth noting. Either way, this feels pretty darn good. A building lacks a path to a citadel? Yes, that is exactly what I anticipated would happen. We're going to have to maybe get ourselves some form of a staircase to get up here. What's the way that I want to do that? Probably don't want to overcomplicate things. Just get a staircase. Honestly, just get a staircase. There we go, because we need somebody to carry the oxygen. And wood, honestly, is pretty easy to come by, so let's not overcomplicate things. We'll just sort this. We'll just sort this out. All right. So that's looking pretty darn good. As you can see, we still have loads and loads of stone. So what we've built is not a super complex stone wall, but it is somewhat complex in the sense that we've salvaged quite a lot of stone, and we're going to need to consider perhaps getting more stone. In fact, if I could look to get a beacon is... Ooh. We've got some traps. Ooh, very, very interesting. If I could look to get a beacon will allow us to extend the range of our base. I'll build it. Let's do it. Are we building... Are we getting people? Oh, yes, we got more people. Let's get you up there. Oops. There we go. It's about to be the end of the red phase. The end of the red phase signals that we are going to have a few enemies joining us. But I will say, I'm pretty happy with the design that I've got. It maybe looks a little bit funky, but I feel like it's pretty sensitive to the resources that we have. We've got damage boosts, we've got range boosts. Everybody has got what they need. And we've got a pretty darn tough wall, which means that when the enemies come knocking on the door, we should be fine. I don't think I've got any sort of glaring holes, do I? I don't think there's any holes in this.
Low oxygen production.
Low oxygen production, but I will say, I mean, oxygen production is positive now. We're gaining 85 a minute, which is fantastic. Let's get you up here. Right. I'm really not anticipating any difficulties. We might have a little bit of issue, if there are a few issues, if there are, if there's a concerted effort from the enemies to attack up at this end, because I've not really anticipated. But to be honest, because of the damage boosts and the range boosts, we're kind of just instantly destroying these enemies. Look at that. So they're attacking one single bit of stone. And after that, Archer, brilliant, polishes them off. That's it. We did it. Great news. Happy days. Very, very happy with that. Okay, what do we want to do next? I think we want to do a couple of things. First of all, we would like to get some additional buildings. We also want to see if we can try and move ourselves to the next prosperity level. It's going to cost me 360 oxygen, 195 wood, and 45 stone. Before we do that, though, I absolutely want to get myself another quarry. We need 3 people in order to do that. Let's get the required shacks. Nice. Okay. The more shacks, the merrier. Now, I don't necessarily know that the enemy are going to attack from the same side, so we do need to be careful about that. In fact, you know what? Why don't we go and move everybody down here? We'll see if we can try and explore a little bit more.
Yes.
It's probably not going to be that many more resources to salvage, but that's okay. That's okay. Also, there are some sort of stone bricks left over from before times. I don't know when those before times are, but here we go. Nab all of this.
We will prevail.
Beautiful. And
We will prevail.
amazing. Really not anticipating any difficulties in the collection of this salvage here. Okay.
Masks on.
Good. Might be some enemies over in this vicinity. That's fine. We'll take him. Easy. Beautiful.
We will prevail.
Looks like there's a brood nest down here. I mean, I'm pretty confident in the sense that I've got a lot of units with me. Let's see if we can take him. Okay, and also let's upgrade whilst we've got loads and loads of resources. Have we got? Yeah, we've got spare people. Let's pause and head back over here for the simple reason that I'd love to get an additional quarry. Not enough space. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. 6 stone. Is that it? 12 stone. Can we not get it? Can we not squeeze it in there by any chance? Too close to other gatherers. That's what we're looking for. Okay, that's gonna get us a lot of resources. There's a lot more stone over here, but yeah, I really need to get access to more stone before the end of the night. I mean, we're fine for stone at the moment, but we could be doing better, you know? But we could always be doing better. Either way, we'll get that brood hive. I don't think it'll actually do anything for us.
Yes.
I don't think it even impacts how many enemies are coming at us in the night. Going up this hill seems like a bit of a strategic error without any vision. But you know what? I'm pretty confident. Right, we're researching to level 2. That's fine. Oxygen is on the decrease. That's okay. Head back, head back, head back. That's fine. Right. Quarry is not built yet. That's fine. What would I like to do? I tell you what, I'd like to build an additional sort of platform for my oxygen. So oxygen needs a It's a tiny little 4x4 platform, but it needs to be placed higher. We could theoretically build it on a wall. However, if I just build like some very, very rudimentary wooden struts over here, then place it on top, that would be fine, right? It's medium level of quality. What about up there? That's plentiful. That seems a little bit too high, though. What about that? It's plentiful. Let's go one higher. That's even more plentiful. That's not where I wanted it to be. We need to go rotate. Perfect. And then that'll do, I suppose. That will do. Yeah, we just need to step it down. Nice. Nice. Okay. Lovely corner stairs. I absolutely love how these look. I really need to get used to using them more because they look so darn good. No. Yes. There we go. Building lacks a path to the citadel. Which one? How did I recycle that one? Not quite sure how I managed to do that. That is a little bit remarkable. Okay. There we go. All right. Cannot prosper. Special building required. We need to build a masonry guild. Oh, I see. That's fine. We have leveled up. We have leveled up to level 2. I don't know why it's telling me I can't prosper. That's prospering to level 3. So what did we get? We've got a masonry guild. That's 18 people that we need in order to build that. Home extensions we can now build. That's pretty darn cool. Anything else that we've got access to? A warehouse we had access to at level 1. We just don't have it yet. We need 14 people. We've got mounted poison. Lobber and captor attacks become poisonous. Very, very cool. Mounted fire arrows. Throwing poison. Oh, I'm gonna get this. I mean, does this need to be like up at the top of the tower? I mean, it might very well have to be. Mounted banner, a more compact banner that fits into walls, motivates nearby units and increases attack damage. Very, very cool. Wide windows. Oh my goodness, that's great. We can actually get windows in our castle here. I like that a lot. Anything else? No, nothing else. Okay, let's see if we can try and get some of these home extensions. That'd be pretty darn cool. We've also got a basic dormitory, improves military capacity. That's an upgrade to the citadel. I'm gonna grab that. Sure, we might as well build it. And let's see if we can try and get air trader. Allows the exchange of oxygen for other resources. Okay, we should be fine for oxygen now, by the way, because we got that additional oxygen facility up and running. I'll get the home extension. There we go. So we just build it on the back of. We build it on the back of existing homes. Love to see it. Is there a chance that I could actually get an air filter on top of here? There absolutely is. Holy cow. That seems like an amazing thing. That seems like an absolutely amazing thing to see happening. We might very well do that, you know? We might very well do that. Where are we under attack? Oh.
The Pálido shine for Ogar.
Don't quite know how that happened.
Good.
Go out here? Just go out front.
We will prevail.
Immediately eviscerated. Beautiful. Love to see it. Okay, population-wise, we're doing pretty darn good. Let's see if we can try and get ourselves a warehouse. Yeah, build a warehouse. Let's get that sort of down here. It's going to increase maximum capacity. I think that's a pretty decent investment, to be honest. The other thing that I would kind of like to do... I'd really like to see if we can try and get... I'd really like to see... First of all, can I stack... I can stack home extensions. Let's stack up another home extension, and then let's see if we can try and get an air filter. Like, on top here. These home extensions seem pretty darn useful. We also need to, like, actually get more air. We just need more air. Lots and lots more of it. There we go. Yeah, so I think that works. I think it works anyway. It says 5, but
Oxygen is dwindling.
doesn't seem to be increasing our citizen count, unfortunately. Right, let's increase that. Then let's forget the perils that we're facing at the moment.
Eyes open, we will prevail.
There is oxygen down here.
That's right.
I don't think we can actually get down there, though. So let's not worry about that. Let's focus on getting oxygen natively. As soon as these shacks are built, we'll grab ourselves... Too close to other gatherers. Oof. See, that's got to be possible, right? It's got to be possible. Can I rotate you? Issue is, how do we get that? Oh, I tell you what, that's not gonna work, is it? Nah. What if we do this? Now we're talking. Because I don't think these secondary home extensions do anything, actually. So let's delete all of them. And then instead, that's what we need, or something akin to that is exactly what we need. So we need that in there, and then a stretchy staircase. Yes, but over there. That's fine. Right. So that will get us access to this high level, and to be honest, we should probably just bring it down over here. Nice and easy with these absolutely wonderful steps. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is sick. That is sick as heck, dude. That is absolutely sick as heck. Okay, let's not worry about this altogether too much now. What can I get? A captor. Deals low damage, slowing enemies for a short time. Maybe. Increases damage hit for bowmen. Let's get that upgrade. Increases maximum health for lobber units.
Low oxygen production.
Maybe. Line of sight range for all units trained in the barracks. I will queue that up. We've got plenty of oxygen, so let's use it. We've got plenty of oxygen coming in now, so that's great. I will increase my oxygen levels, though. Too close to other gatherers.
The night is nearly here.
Are we attacking? Are they attacking again?
Are needed, we will prevail.
Get up. Get up there. Get up there. Okay, where are the enemies coming from this time?
The unit can't reach its destination.
Okay, they're coming from...
The pálido masks
Get out here.
are-
Get out here. There we go. Okay, this is what I was a little bit worried about. We are going to be facing an attack from somewhere else, and that is going to mean that we're going to need to defend effectively 2 fronts, and maybe a little bit more, actually. So I think we're going to have to build... a little bit more carefully and sensibly here. Not like we weren't building sensibly before, but we just need to be a little bit thoughtful about how we do it. So we're going to have to get a gate over there. We're going to build a don't want to say the bulk of our defenses, because that's misconstruing what I want to do. But definitely, like, some basic defenses here. Not enough space in there. So that's... Honestly, do we need this to be a 3-banger? I know you're upset about that. That's not what I want to do. I think maybe something like this. I think maybe something like this. So it may not look hugely impressive, but I think we want to keep this area as tight as we possibly can for the big bulk of the... There we go. Beautiful. For the big bulk of the defenses, which are going to be elsewhere. Right. So, what can I do about this? Well, I tell you what, we can put in some archway pieces. Will that matter too much? An archway piece would be kind of cool. There we go. I don't think that's going to impede motion in any way. And it will give us sort of the illusion of the fact that we have a surround over here. And then another archway piece over the top here. That's good. And that will give us a very pleasant looking natural sort of plateau here. One there. Let's get 3 stairs. I think that's all we really need. I don't think that we want to overcomplicate this too much. We'll get this Merlon right in the corner here. Or indeed, maybe I don't want to overcomplicate things again. I want to get one of those in there. One of those in there. And look at that. This is looking like a castle. This is looking like a proper castle. Okay. Banner. Right in there. That's what we need to see. That is what we need to see. Okay, the only issue that I have with this is that it is only 50% of what we actually need to build. And what we need to build right now is bigger. Yeah. Recycle that in order to build a big gate in the middle here. Problem is, I just want to make sure that I actually have enough stone. I know there's a little bit of recycled stone that I'm going to be using. But I'm just not super in love with this. Tell you what, though. That's pretty decent. That is pretty darn decent. That is pretty darn decent. Do I want to maybe not use anything more complicated for this wall? I mean, I under normal circumstances, I feel like doubling up is a good idea, but is doubling up really a super productive use of resources here? Maybe not. Maybe we just go for one of these. I'm so stupid. I am so stupid. Do we not have anything? We do have something else that we can use. Thank goodness. Okay, maybe we just go for that. And then we just... we range boost here. Maybe stick down a flagpole. Oh yeah, that's a damage boost for anybody that's standing on that specific space. That's possible. What if can I build like stone? was going to say, can I build stone on top of wood? I mean, it doesn't particularly matter, does it? Scrap that. Rebuild this with a couple of flags in there. Right, now all we need to necessarily fix, or all we need to really fix is the access issues. The access issues may be severe, but we can do it. We can do it. Look at that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Lovely curved staircase. Right the way back up to the top. A little cheeky curved staircase in the middle there. Okay. Where are my new units?
We don't have the oxygen.
What do you mean we don't have the oxygen? We've got a few bits of oxygen. That's fine. Right. Where are my units? They're all outside. All outside here. So, two fronts. Two fronts. What are they looking like? I think.
Huh? Doing it.
Get you up there.
We are needed.
Everybody else. Up here.
Prevail.
You and you.
A unit can't reach its destination.
Over here. A unit can't reach its destination? Which unit? All the units should be able to reach their destination. Okay, and then the units that we're training up right now, we are going to engage as and when we need. Okay.
Huh?
Oh. How did that collapse? Did that collapse? I must confess, I wasn't actually paying attention.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Low oxygen production.
Forget the low oxygen production. We're fine. This needs to be boosted, by the way. Yeah. This needs to be demolished. Add that up there. In fact, it doesn't even need to be. It doesn't even need to be that. It just needs to be like one of these, I think. One of those, and then air filter. What do you mean, not enough space? There we go. That'll be fine. And then, hopefully, if I can do that. And then a few stairs. Excellent. Now we're talking. Perfect. I absolutely love these curvy stairs. That is fantastic. Okay, let's see what the enemies are gonna bring. I'm gonna get an additional soldier right up here. Gonna get another one right up here. Looking good. Oxygen wise, we're still positive, but that additional oxygen facility is going to help us greatly. We need to build a masonry guild. That's what's next. We need 500 oxygen in order to do that, and 18 people. Okay. Let's see what this night. Let's see what this night brings. Okay. Build more people.
We lack citizens for that.
It's okay. Okay, little bit of additional strain on this facility. Wasn't expecting that much, but that's fine.
We're under attack.
That's a lot of stuff over there. Okay, this would be a great little place to get the fire arrows or the poison arrows set up. Okay.
On it.
You over there?
Yes.
You over here? We've actually had some people break through.
Pokes me high.
That is absolutely not what we want. Go, 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 go.
Yeah. I've got this.
Go, 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 go. Okay, we've taken an absolute pounding. I think we'll be fine. The Citadel may take a little bit of damage. To be honest, it's these big boys that have been doing the vast bulk of the damage, I think. There we go. Get over there. Polish them off. Oh, come on. Really?
I'm on it.
All of my entire castle is going to be brought down by this one chump over here. I can't quite believe it. Good job, though. Good job. That was a lot more challenging. We lost like a really big section of wall. I mean, that really goes to show the need to get that sort of second reinforcement wall there, and also shows how easily things can go sort of dangerously and deadly wrong. Either way, moving forward, it's the masonry guild that we need to nab. Also, probably want to get the mounted fire arrow upgrades. That'd be really cool. Maybe some traps as well. That seems probably pretty useful. And then, of course, as I say, masonry guild to prestige, which we need 500 auction for, and 18 people. And 18 people, let me tell you, is a heck of a lot of people, because we need a heck of a lot more oxygen in order to make it work. However, ladies and gents, we're going to wrap it up right about now. Thank you ever so much for watching. My name, of course, has been Orbital Potato. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Cataclismo, definitely check it out if you're interested in base builders, base defenders, that sort of thing. It's real good. I like it a lot. Thank you ever so much for watching, folks. I'll catch you next time. Bye.